what's this manga? Berserk, huh? Let's check it out. Guts. Griffith! Hey guys, welcome back to Opinionated, the show where we give you our opinions on the current series that we are consuming, whether it's anime or manga. If you'd like to know what type of show this usually is, last week we put out an episode on the connections in Subarashi Sekai. That's a pretty dark manga, so please check it out at your own discretion. It's somewhere on the screen. But if you like content like that and if you like this video, then you should subscribe and click that bell icon, because we put out videos every day and we have this series once a week. So with that out of the way, let's talk about Berserk. So Berserk, to be completely honest with you guys, I did not check out Berserk until last week. I've always heard of it. I knew it had really detailed art. I'd seen the art and I'd appreciated it, but something just stopped me from reading it. I just kept putting it off, and I truly regret it now. So to all Berserk fans out there, I am sorry. I should have checked it out before. But I did check it out after I heard of Miura, and wow, I really should have checked it out when I first heard of it, because this was a very enjoyable manga. I'm not going to tell you the stories because that's for our Minute 101. We have a podcast planned for it. Yes, we 101 does podcasts as well. Check out our podcast channel. It's somewhere on the screen. And we're going to do one on Berserk next week. So we will be giving you a lot more details there. But for now, I just want to tell you about my opinions of the series in general. I really appreciate the detail that Miura's put into the art. This has to be some of the most detailed art I've ever seen on manga. You could actually frame a few of these and it could look like a retro futuristic museum with weird weapons and monsters coming out, and some of these monsters are actually really scary, and I don't say that often. And it's not just that the art is detailed. Sid, who is very into art, has said that Miura has used a lot of art references and art movements which inspired his work and made it much better. And I've seen that the character designs actually suit the characters which he has mapped out and their development through the story. Audie tells me that he's barely started it and might not finish it in time for the podcast. Anyway, back to Berserk. Forget Audie. The show knows how to pull at your heartstrings, but also mess with your head in the weirdest ways. I'm a pretty messed up person, so if you can mess with my head, you've achieved something in life. But the emotions, my god, it really tugs at your heartstrings. You have moments where you actually feel for Guts. You can feel the rage, you can feel the hurt that he's feeling, and you genuinely want to help him out. And then the next scene is an eyeball popping out, or a head bursting, or a corpse just gushing. Well, let's just say that there's a lot of creepy and mind-numbing stuff that you might want to be prepared for while you're reading this manga. There's also this very disturbing scene with one of the leads, which I shall not talk about here, but all Berserk fans know what I'm talking about. It really messes with your head. It really does. You should be prepared for that if you read this manga. There's also Griffith, who turns out to be a lord of darkness, who brings about an age of darkness to humanity. Ugh. But he can be kind of an ass or a good guy, depending on which side you are and whether you're like facing him or not, or whether you're his friend or not, or whether you're a demon or not. There are a lot of conditions for his love, but he loves everyone unconditionally like any other god does. But we have a few more things planned for Griffith, because I find him to be an interesting character. So you can check out our quickies for next week, or another video that might be coming up. Okay, we're not allowed to reveal that yet. But yes, keep an eye out, stay subscribed, and you should be able to find more videos on Griffith in the future. Finally, the monsters. There are many, and they are everywhere. But they don't seem to be repetitive. It seems like Miura has put a lot of thought into these creatures, and he's actually used a lot of mythology to get inspired by. A lot of mythology and a lot of originality. And some of these creatures can actually become like dragons, other beings, gods. Wow, sign me up right away! It's actually really original. I've never been impressed more with the selection of monsters in an anime or a manga ever in my life. I said angime. Kudos to Miura. So my closing comment is, read Berserk today! Okay, this is seriously a series that you should not put off any longer. This is BRU. BRU delayed reading Berserk. BRU feels regret. Don't be like BRU. Be you. Read Berserk. Watch Weeb101 podcast on Berserk. That's good. But that's it for this episode of Opinionated. I forgot the
Weeb
show again. But that's it for this episode of Opinionated. We have a lot more Berserk content that's going to come out because we're really impressed with it. That's it for this episode of Opinionated. We have a lot more Berserk content that's going to come out because we're really impressed with it. So you should keep an eye out for that. Like, share, follow, and we shall be back next week with more opinions. Anyway, back to Berserk. Forget Oni.